Hello, beautiful people. It's Paige, and this is the second episode of Diaries of a 20-something. I'm currently in New Jersey. My mom lives here. I got here on Wednesday, and I am actually leaving tomorrow. It's been definitely a very interesting week, and it's been super fun, but I did want to touch on a couple things, regarding mother-daughter relationships and just like how our relationship has evolved over time because, now that I'm old, officially graduated college, our relationship has definitely changed a lot over the last years. And I don't know, I think the evolution of like a mother-daughter relationship is always really fun to touch on, especially with my mom because we're besties. My mom is not like your mom. So let's get into it. Me and my mom, we like to go out. It's kind of like our thing. I don't even really like going out in general, but going out with your mom is just so fun. And I honestly feel so bad for people that don't have that kind of relationship with their mom. My mom was always very motherly to me growing up. But around when I turned, I want to say 18, I think it was when I went to college or maybe a little bit before, she kind of stopped being a mother and she's kind of like my friends now, which there are definitely pros and cons to it. I feel like certain things I don't go to for my mom or to my mom. I don't know how to speak. It's been a long week. I think like as we get older, and I think with mother-daughter relationships specifically, I mean, I'm pretty sure any girl would relate to the fact that it's definitely hasn't always been easy. And when I say that, I mean, like specifically the high school years. I didn't love hanging out with my mom in high school. I don't know. I've always been more of like a mama's girl, I think, especially as I got older. I think when I was a kid, I don't really remember, but I'm pretty sure my family would say something to the effect of me being a daddy's girl, but it definitely changed as I got older, and I don't know. I like it. It's fun. We have a lot of fun together. Sometimes way too much fun. I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna tell you guys about my week. So we have been out twice this week, and it's been super fun. I'm kind of like my mom's wing woman, if that makes sense. Like, when we go out, I'm always trying to help her, find boyfriends or dates. She's just now getting back into the dating scene, so I've been assisting her, because for me, I'm an extrovert, and I'm really good at talking to strangers, so I kind of have to rip the Band-Aid off every time, but I feel like it makes it more fun, because I'm always involved in the process, and my mom knows all of my deepest, darkest secrets. There are things that nobody else knows but my mother. And it's going to stay that way for the rest of my life because I'm not airing out my dirty laundry right now. However, speaking of laundry, me and my mom went to this place called The Laundromat. It is a little speakeasy in Morristown, New Jersey, which is, honestly, it was so fun. Like, I love bars like that where it's like hidden and it's just dark and dim and whatever. Like, I think those bars are just so much more fun to be in. Like, I don't like clubbing. I've never liked clubbing. It's just, I like bars, mainly because I like to socialize. But it was a super cool place. Like when you walk in, it literally looked like a laundromat, and then there was like a door in the back, and like you go down the stairs and whatever, then it's like downstairs. There was like no service in this bar, which I kind of liked. See, I really wanted to podcast at the end of the week because I wanted to like have material to discuss, but my brain is fried. I'm literally running off of 5 hours of sleep right now. Like, me and my mom got home at like 4 in the morning last night, so just cut me some slack, okay? So we're at the laundromat, and there's live music. It's just a really cool vibe, and there was this guy there, and I don't know. We went to one bar before this, but we were only there for like maybe an hour. I saw this guy at the bar, and I thought he would be great for my mom. You know, he seems like very cool, very chill. She needs somebody like that. You know what I mean? Because my mom can be a little hush-strung. Once we got to the laundromat, he was there too. He like got there after we got there, and I was like, oh my god, Mom, you have to go talk to him. So I call him over. You know, I'm getting all the upfront information, you know, name, occupation, what are you doing here, kind of. I'm screening them. And he told me, wait, I probably shouldn't use his real name. We'll call him Bob. So Bob used to be in finance, and he's retired, and now he just bartends for fun. And I was like, this is exactly the kind of guy that my mom needs. Somebody that's smart, because he has to be smart. My mom is smart, so like she can't be dating someone dumb. He's cute. He's like goofy. You know, he's like very nerdy cute, which I honestly love that for her because my mom's kind of the same. He just bartends for fun now, which like that's like so cool to me. Like you retire at a young age and then you just bartend. Speaking of age, I forgot how old he is. Like he couldn't have been older than like 60. So the dude's in finance, right? Or was in finance. And I was like, oh my god, give me stock advice. Because I invest my money. Not like on a super large scale, but like I think more than most people my age. And he opens up his stock portfolio and there is $1.2 million. And I'm like, okay, so he's rich. Slay. I mean, I probably should have gotten the hint when he said that he was just bartending for fun. I was like, give me stock advice. I was like, I need to know what stocks to invest in right now. He gave me a whole list. And I think I'm going to share it with you guys. Let's take a look, shall we? He told me to invest into anything that has to do with artificial intelligence, which makes sense. But he also told me when to like pull out of stocks because that's something that I am trying to get better at. So if any of you want $1 million, I guess that's how you do it. We ended up going to another bar after because I really shouldn't say this. I met a guy. He was nice. He was a cop. And it's actually so funny because my best friend is dating a cop. And I always told her, I was like, I could never get involved with a cop. And I didn't get involved with this guy. Like, it's not like that. Like, I don't even live here. He was just so, like, Italian Jersey cop. I don't know. One thing about me is I love Italian men. It's like I can sniff them out. I know you're Italian before I'm talking to you. Because if you weren't Italian, I wouldn't be. I don't know what it is. I think I might be sick. So we ended up going to another bar with the cop and his friend and my mother. I make this joke with my mom because she likes younger men that are like almost the max age I would go for. So sometimes like we'll be in situations where we'll both be like, he's cute. But then it's like, who's gonna get him, me or you? No, that's like a joke. I'm kidding, but I'm not. So we went to this other bar with the cop and his friend. It was fun. It was vibes. It was just, whenever I go out with my mom, I always end up being kind of the mother. I'm actually gonna put a picture up because it's so funny. This guy, my mom was wearing these heels, and for a little backstory, she actually had brain surgery a little bit ago. So like her, her balance isn't phenomenal because of it. So I was like carrying her heels because at the end of the night, she was like, I can't walk anymore. And I was like, okay, well, I can't carry you. So the cop carried her, piggyback ride style, all the way to his house. And then we got home really late that night. I want to say it was late, probably like 3. But yesterday, we went to New York City, which happens to be my favorite place in the world. It was so fun because I woke up yesterday. I did not feel good yesterday because the night before we went to this rock concert. Anthony Krazan. I don't know. He was a part of like some kind of cool rock band before my time, I think. So the next day I was like kind of like dead, Oh my god. And the night before we also met a guy. I don't know how old he was, but I was like trying to like pick him up for my mom. If David Hasselhoff meets Elvis Presley, that's what he was, pretty much. Like, there's no other way to describe him. But he was so funny because he was also one of their performers. And when he came out on stage, I was like, Mom, this guy literally gives me Elvis vibes. And she was like, I don't see it. And then he starts singing Elvis. He sounded just like him. I mean, I think. I'm not a big Elvis listener, so, like, I could be very skewed. It was fun. But we went to New York yesterday, and it was definitely a long day because we got there at, like, noon. This was the first time where I went to New York with my mom, and I was, like, fully in charge of, like, what we're doing and, like, everywhere that we're eating. Because normally my mom, like, handles the reservations in the restaurants because, like, she just can read signs really well. But I was like, no, I can do it. And honestly, it went really well besides lunch. I ended up picking this, like, really touristy spot that I didn't know was super touristy. And, like, if you know me, like, I hate super touristy spots. They're just, like, always so overrated. The food was actually awful. It's called Carnegie Diner, I think. It was awful. Don't go. This is your recommendation to choose any other lunch spot. After that, then we went to the Met. That was my first time going to the Met in, I don't know, a really long time. Like, I know I've been before, but I don't remember when. Like, it had to have been when I was a kid or something. And I do also love art and, like, historical artifacts. I don't love history, but I love seeing artifacts, you know? They're just so cool to me. We're walking around this museum, this maze of a museum. If you've been to the Met, you know, but, like, if you don't, every room is, like, connected. Like, it's not like, oh, one room and then, like, hallways. No, like, every single room is, like, connected and intertwined. You know, and it's such a big building. Like, I can only imagine, like, the square footage of that place. But it's, like, it's really overwhelming. It's almost claustrophobic because if you start to think about it, you're like, I have no idea how to get out of this place. Like, if there was a fire right now, like... And there's also no windows. So you can't even, like, tell, like which way you're facing. And there's, like, no service in the building, too. So... that's also just fantastic. I ended up getting super overwhelmed, but I was fine. We, like, left just in time because if I would have been in there for probably 20 more minutes, I probably would have had an anxiety attack. After the Met, I took my mom to my favorite restaurant. Or not my favorite restaurant. It's just a great spot. Sugarfish, if you know, you know. Every single time I go, it is just gets better. Like, so good. And you need to try it. I'm just, like, influencing and de-influencing you on New York City spots. The Met is a yes, but not for all day. Because I just, like, I walked 17,000 steps yesterday in new shoes. You guys should see the blisters I have on my feet right now. I'm not going to show you because I'm probably going to get, like, flagged for, like, graphic content because it's disgusting. I'm so dramatic. I love it. Carnegie Diner. So bad and so overpriced. Ugh, McDonald's, honestly, would have been better. Dinner place that we were going to, I made our reservation for super late at night. I don't know why. I just, like, thought that we would be able to kill more time, but, like, it was also Sunday, so, like, not much was open past 5 o'clock. I was like, let's just eat, like, a snack at Sugarfish. And that's why Sugarfish was great because, you know, everything is, like, in such small portions. Like, also, the restaurant we were going to was more of an appetizer place as well. It's just a small menu. You know, like, and I have celiac disease, so I can't really eat much things there, but it's, like, my favorite spot because it's a rooftop. It's pricey, but it's a rooftop, you know, and I always wanted to go at night. I've only been during the day before, but, like, I just, like, knew, like, with, like, the skyline and, like, all the stars and the bright lights, that was gonna be vibes. So we went. It was super fun. I got, like, a Caesar salad. They also have great cocktails. It's like a cocktail place. You know what I mean? Then we went to Hoboken. Hoboken, I love it. I love Hoboken so much. It's literally one of my favorite places. I would live there, hands down, happily. I really would. So we get to Hoboken, and we're meeting up with one of my friends. It was super fun. I think I met him on my 21st birthday, so... okay, like a year and a half I've known him. He's great. He's so fun, you know? And my mom loves him, so she wanted to say hey. Then we came home. I will be back in a moment when my mom... you guys have to be nice, okay? Because my mom is camera shy. She doesn't really like being on camera. She doesn't like having the attention. So forgive her if she's not great at looking at the camera. She's going to be nervous. So just be nice. I swear. For every daughter that loves being on camera, there's a mother who hates it. I don't really like the way that sounded. So everybody, this is my mom.
Hi.
She is super adorable and very camera shy, so be nice.
I am terrified of social media. I am terrified of cameras.
Yeah.
I don't know where she gets it.
Yeah. So, tell them a little bit about yourself.
I'm Paige's mom, also Reagan's mom. You'll get to meet her, I'm sure. I am 51 years old, 51 and thriving, trying to thrive. I'm a dietitian. I have professional ADD because I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. Still.
That's okay.
Okay. Well,
I think that's normal.
And yeah, like I just work multiple jobs. I'm still trying to find my niche, and but I work hard. I work hard and play hard.
Yes.
And
we were talking about that earlier.
Oh, we
how
were.
we play hard.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's a bad influence.
She's the bad influence.
Just kidding. No, it's just I don't actually. I don't know how to do this.
It's okay.
I don't actually have much of a social life outside of my kids. So she's my bestie. They're both my besties. I have 2 besties. I made them.
Yes.
They have to like me.
No, I want to talk about, because like my mom said, she's a dietitian. And when we were kids, she was... she would always, now I'm older, so I can make my own decisions and eat whatever I want. But, I'm honestly really grateful for it because when we were kids, she would, always make sure that we were eating healthy. Like fast food was like a once in a while.
Yeah.
And when I say a while, I mean a while, like not once a week. Like maybe once every couple months when it was convenient, and even then, it was like...
I mean, we ate out at restaurants, but yeah, the fast food... we ate out at restaurants, but the fast food was definitely like a last resort, I would say.
Yeah, like, for sure.
When you were little. I think when you got older, we did a little more, like Taco Bell became more normal.
Love that place.
Yeah. But, everything in moderation. But yes, I used to dilute their juice.
Diluted juice would be our, like, dessert. We would get watered down juice as dessert.
No, I made you desserts.
Like fruit.
Yeah.
Fruit and whipped cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was always so funny because, like I've mentioned, my parents are divorced. And when I would go to my dad's house, it would be like a free-for-all. I could eat, drink, anything I wanted.
I just didn't buy this. Like, I believe in fueling your body as I drink coffee right now, but
it's okay. I know we had a late night.
Yeah, it's fun. It was fun. We had fun.
Yeah, we did. That's like another thing though, because our relationship is so different than like her relationship with her mom. I feel like your mom is like still like your mom, like your mom.
Yeah, so I live with my parents. I'm 51 years old. I'm living with my parents. It's kind of a weird time of my life, but like I give everything I make to my kids. I'm still in that mode. So, I pay 2 rents. They're just not mine. One of these days I aspire to live for me again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get there.
You will.
So I'm like 51 going on, I don't know what age I am.
I think younger.
Yeah?
Yeah. You've definitely regressed.
Well, because I don't know. Like, I've lived my life for you guys forever.
Yeah.
Like, everything I've ever done has been for my kids, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Literally, my life was all about cheer.
Yeah.
And, well, it's gymnastics and then cheer, but same thing. Literally just switched sides of the gym. But I loved it.
Yeah.
And I miss it.
Cheer? Or us cheering?
Miss like those weekends and just having fun and the bonding and like we had so much fun. The traveling and yeah, so I gave my life to my kids, but
Yeah.
One of these days.
You're slowly getting better at it, though. You know, like, we
I'm
go
trying.
out.
I'm trying.
Like I mentioned earlier, I'm her wing woman.
Oh, God.
I get her boyfriends and dates, and
I mean, dates, yes.
she
Boyfriends,
is
no.
going on a date.
Maybe.
You should. I was telling them about him. The finance guy that bartends for fun. I don't know, she's a little standoffish. You know, she online dates.
But I don't.
But she doesn't. You know, she doesn't have a picture on her account.
I don't want anyone to recognize me. I'm terrified of social media. Like, terrified.
She uses eHarmony.
I just, like, I have this, I don't know, I've always dated people that I, like, evolved from a friendship. I've never, like, really dated the normal way, I guess. I don't know, like.
Well, that is the normal way, but, like, I mean,
but I'm not.
But now everything is so online.
But the thing is, I work remotely. I live with my parents. Like, I don't know. Like, I've never. But I am petrified.
Yeah.
Petrified.
Yeah. But that's okay.
Like,
everyone has their thing.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just be alone forever.
No, don't manifest that. I'll probably be alone forever.
Please.
I don't know if I'll get married. We can be sister wives.
This one has ADD when it comes to men.
Yeah.
I have ADD when it comes to work.
I definitely have ADD when it comes to men.
I do not. I continue with the same people. I recycle.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing.
I tend to do that too. Has to be a genetic component there because the way that
it's
all
just
three of us actually.
It's a comfort.
My
thing.
sister, me, and my mother, we are chronic men recyclers.
It's safe.
Yeah, but it's also like the same issues over and over and over again.
So this is why I'm trying something new, but it's terrifying.
Yeah. What would you say is like the most trying time of being my mother? Like, what age group was I just...
It wasn't just you, it was both of you. I would say the ages of 12 to 16 for each of them, and they're 3 years apart. So do the math. It was from the time Paige was 12, which was 2013, to the time Reagan was 16, which was 2020, and then COVID, and then we were all together. But thank God we were like at the end of it, because if we had to go through COVID when you guys were going through your 12 to 16, I don't know if I would have made it. 12 was when it started, and then 16, like, they started to be nice again.
I think that's normal, though. I mean,
but 12 to 16
you had to
was
have been
rough.
Like that. I mean, that sucks, though, because as soon as I was out of it, Reagan, you were in the middle of it.
That's
with
what
Reagan.
I'm saying. It was like friggin' 7 years of hell.
Oh, no. Well, that's...
Hell.
Yeah, but, like, you had to have been like that.
No.
I feel like every girl is like that when they're growing up. Like,
no, I did not. No.
You didn't have
my
a phase
mother,
like that?
No, my mom was raised by 2 Marines, if that means anything. I don't know if that means anything to any of you, but, like, she was raised very strict, and I grew up very strict. And I literally was such a good kid.
You were never, like, into your mom?
No. I was terrified. I don't think I swore to my mom. No, I'm not terrified, but, like, I don't think I swore to my mom until I was probably in my mid-40s.
Wow.
Like, to her, in front of her.
Right.
I don't swear at her.
Right.
I love my mother. She's made me who I am. She's a strong woman.
Yeah.
And she's the reason I'm strong. I mean,
she is a beast.
She is all about, like, pull up your bootstraps and just friggin' stop complaining and make it happen. And that's literally where I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
And I always do.
Yeah. You do.
I do.
My mom always works it out. It always works in the end.
It's painful getting there, but yeah. I don't give up.
No.
I'm stubborn.
Yeah, for sure. You definitely are. But in a good way. You're not, like, too stubborn.
Sorry to keep looking at my watch. I have a client in a half hour. So
Yes, my mom does kind of like therapy, but with food.
so I have professional ADD, like I said. So I do nutrition support part time, which is I work with Robert Wood Johnson Barnabas Health, and I take care of patients who require IV nutrition because their GI tracts don't work for whatever reason. So that's my hyperclinical focus, and then I do telehealth part time. And I moved back to New Jersey with the goal of working remotely so that I could care for my parents. You know, my kids are grown; they don't need me, so
Now your parents do.
now my parents do. And I have three parents in three different places, and I'm an only child, so I'm it.
Yeah.
So today I stopped in and saw my dad, who's recovering from cancer, and then I stopped by and saw my stepdad, who I've known since I was 3, and he's in memory care. And my mom is upstairs. She is gracious enough to let me stay here. My intention was to help her care for my stepdad, but we just couldn't do it anymore. The dementia got a little too severe and behavioral, so he's a sweet, sweet man, but we couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
He had me up all night, every night, and I was trying to work.
Yeah.
But my dad's recovery is coming along.
Mhm.
Hopefully he'll be able to eat food soon.
Yeah.
Paige and Reagan want to take him to a Yankee game, of which
You
I can
do.
get really good prices through my job, but he does not want to go until he can have a hot dog at Yankee Stadium. So
I get that though. Like
Yeah.
I get that.
he's like,
I mean, I don't know anything about baseball.
well,
Well,
you're about to.
I'm going to a baseball game today,
Just
guys.
go to a Phillies game.
Yeah.
Like what?
I'm rooting for the Brewers.
Yeah, I still don't.
They're
understand.
from Milwaukee.
Yes.
I don't know anything about baseball.
The last time you went to a baseball game was you were like
I had to have been like 6. Yeah.
and like she was all about Derek Jeter's butt.
Honestly, like I kind of still am. Derek Jeter is Derek Jeter. You know what I mean?
It started at 6.
Yeah. I've always been a little boy crazy. I've always been a little everywhere with men. I'm all over the place. My mom, like, I've always told you about boy stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like,
TMI.
yeah, maybe I've told you too much.
Yeah.
We'll have to kill her.
Okay. So here's the thing. I want my kids to always feel comfortable talking to me about anything. But sometimes I don't need to know at all.
But you're TMI too.
Yeah, sometimes.
Like, I get it from you, I think.
We don't hide anything from each other.
No.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think there's anything that you don't know.
I mean, even their friends TMI me.
Yeah, my friends confide in me too.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god.
She's always just like, you just know she's not going to get mad.
You know what I tell all my clients? Judgment-free zone.
Slay.
Yeah, seriously, like judgment-free zone. Nobody's perfect, and my glass is always half full.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to the point where it's probably super annoying because I'm always going to try to find the beauty and the goodness in everyone and every situation. I've had colleagues tell me like they wish that they could like exude the same positivity, but honestly, like if I don't try to find positivity, I'd just be crying all day. Like, right?
That was so honest. I loved it.
No, seriously. Like if you don't,
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I get what you're saying.
Like everything I went through with my dad, with like the cancer and everything. You know what? It made me a better dietitian.
Yeah.
I learned from it. I am like being on the caregiver side. It sucks and it's terrible to watch him go through all of it, but other people are going to benefit from it because he's my new passion project. I want to educate other clinicians.
Yeah.
About this side of it. Like we all know what to recommend and we all know in theory how to make recommendations and come up with care plans for patients, but like until you're actually in it and administering the care plan and seeing how it affects quality of life, like it's just a whole other level.
See.
And I know I used to drive my children crazy. I probably still do. But like I don't want to I'm not the kind of person that wants to hear like complaining over and over again. I'm always going to try to get to the root cause and let's fix it.
No, that's like one thing. Like sometimes I just want to complain, and you're just throwing solutions at me, and like it just makes
we gotta get to the. But see, I'm a quality junkie. Like I'm a process person. So if the same thing keeps happening,
yeah, but you don't just want to like dwell on things.
No. The hell. Glass half full.
Yeah.
Half full.
I'm very
not half empty.
I'm half empty.
Yeah, you don't get that from me.
Yeah.
If my glass wasn't half full, there would be no motivation.
I'm just delusional. That's where I get my motivation.
She doesn't get that from me.
I'm very delusional. Yeah. Like, I'm delusional to the point where I will make up scenarios in my head and believe that they happened. Like, I'm so serious.
That's called dementia.
No, like...
Ed Pop has that too.
No, but like, I'll want something so bad for myself, so I'll think about it over and over and over again, and I'll like actually believe it's true. What do you think? Like, I mean, is that like weird? Me being a writer?
No. I mean, like, what's weird is I couldn't get you to read a damn book, but now you want to write one.
Yeah, I didn't like reading as a kid.
I tried to get her to read just a little, like 10 pages a day, before her SATs, because like I heard, and it made sense.
I still don't really like reading.
I can't read. Well, I can read, but like I fall asleep in like 5 seconds. So it doesn't take much to make me fall asleep. But I think it's great. I mean, I remember I bought you like that dream journal or something way back when, and when you were 16, you wanted to start a blog.
I think I just quit on it.
Yeah.
I think we did start it. I have like a very small memory of that like actually being a thing, and then I just never wrote anything for it.
Yeah. But yeah, I couldn't get her to read a damn book. Now she wants to write one.
Yeah. Well, the same thing with my book. I quit on it all the time. It's just like, it's so much work. This was my mom, and I'm very happy I got to introduce her to you guys. Thanks for coming on.
Please don't embarrass me.
No, never.
Okay. I love you.
Love you. I'm gonna go to a baseball game. I think I was actually just summoned for this baseball game. Going to go to Hoboken again.
So she can drive to
in a
Philly.
Minute. So I can drive to Philly.
Which
they don't understand. Like,
okay, I am midway between Hoboken and Philly, so she's literally going in the wrong direction.
Well, because we're gonna hang out before. So this was episode 2 of Diaries of a 20-something. I am so excited that my mom decided to join me against her will. She wanted me to add that in. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the support. I don't actually know exactly what the next episode is going to be. It's going to be something to do with relationships, boys, dating, talk about TMI. We can get really into the nitty-gritty next week. Like, subscribe, and share. You guys know the drill. And I will see you next Friday.